Hello everybody and welcome back to RC Taildraggin and part 15 of the Sig Alien TaylorCraft 72 build. We're making a push to get more of the tail done, so without wasting any more of your time, let's get right to it. Okay, and here we go. We're back working on the fuselage. That's where we left it last time. Looking pretty good. I'm still going to get some more black paint on the inside of here. Again, I don't like the raw balsa look. We have the slot here for the horizontal stab. It's all covered. Got the vertical fin and rudder covered. Still have to do the elevators. We'll get to them here in a bit. But I'm going to get that fitted into the slot. And I'll get it all lined up, and then I'll mark where I want to remove some of the coverings, because we want to glue wood to wood. We don't want to glue wood to covering. So I'll cut a piece out of here to give us a nice fit with the wood inside there. Get it epoxied in, and then we'll see where we go from there. We'll be putting the vertical stab in. I got to tighten that covering up there a little bit. But yeah, that's what we got going. That's where we're continuing. So as soon as I have something to show you here, I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back real quick before I actually get this thing glued in. So what I did was I fit the horizontal stab in, and then I marked it back here to make sure I had the center of the stabilizer at the point of the rear of the fuselage there. And then I used my string and measured from a point here up to here, both sides. Got those strings exactly the same length. So we're good, we're centered, we're straight on the pivot angle there. And then I took some tape and put the tape on here. That's going to do two things for me. One, when I pull the stabilizer out, it's going to show me where to cut the covering away for the glue. And then B, it's also going to help me get this thing lined up a lot faster. Next time I won't have to use the string. I probably will anyways, just because that's the way I am. But I know that if I get that lined up perfectly on the tape there, we're good. So that's what I'm doing next. I'm going to pull this all back apart. That's just sitting in there. Get this covering all tightened up, and then get the stab epoxied in. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the horizontal stab all epoxied in about 2 hours ago, so it's dried up, but I'm going to leave it pretty much for a while to make sure it's gone off just right. And then before I put the vertical stab under there, I'm going to get this tail wheel mounting bracket fitted and installed. It'll just make it easier without the vertical fin in the plane. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm doing next. Going to get that mounted, flipped over, get the vertical stab put in, and then I'll start working on the elevator and the rudder. So when I have something to show you, I'll be right back. Okay, while I'm just editing a little bit of my video here, I was pulled up one of my favorite channels here, Fly High Ireland UK, hosted by a really super nice guy named Gareth. Now he does a little bit of everything in RC. He's got planes, drones, and four-wheeled vehicles. It's just a really cool channel to watch. He lives in Ireland, as his channel suggests, I believe. Lots of really cool flying videos, and also this is really interesting too, is his 4x4 videos that he makes. Very scale, which is the name of my game. I love it. He's got one video where he shows him pulling another one of his trucks out with a winch. It's really cool. Just beautiful stuff here. But I think my favorite part is when he posts videos from his drones. Now, these videos are just amazing. I've watched all of them a few times. It really shows his country and how green it really is. Great guy. You should really check him out. Fly High Ireland UK. I'll leave a link so you guys can click on it and go check him out. It'll be worth your time. It's just a great channel. I love it. So Fly High Ireland UK. Check him out. All right then. So now we have the vertical fin installed and all lined up nice and vertical, as compared to the horizontal stab. Got it all lined up good. I put a piece of tape here, mark the center to make sure that the front, if I can see that, is lined up. It's lined up in the back. It's lined up straight up and down. So now I'm going to let that go off for a bit. I did get the holes drilled for the tail wheel bracket, but I took it back off because I remembered I need to throw some paint on there. Next thing I'm going to work on is these flying wires for the tail cables that come from the vertical fin down to the stabilizer, top and bottom. Now, they gave me this little nylon material here to use. I don't think I'm going to use that because I had bought this flying wire kit. I think I'm going to get it fitted on there. It's the same one I used on the Cub, so it turned out really well. So I'm going to continue with that. And after that, we'll be getting the elevator and the rudder fitted. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Alright, got all the hardware installed for the flying wires on the vertical fin and the horizontal stab. Now, I think I'm going to do some modifications. They had basically you would do the same thing down here on the bottom of the fuselage. But I think I'm going to drill a hole all the way through and then cut up a piece of this little brass tubing here, stick it through the fuselage. And that way I'll have the bottom wire mount to the horizontal stab and go all the way through the fuselage, one piece up to the other side. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to do that. And I'll tell you why. I'm a little disappointed with Sullivan because these little bolts were a little bit too big for the studs. Some of them were. A couple of them were okay. But the quality control on this one wasn't as good. The first kit I used like this all worked perfectly, but their tolerances were off on this one. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get these adjusted to the right angle. I'll use a straight piece of stick and go from here to here and then bend these to the proper angle and get them installed. So I'm going to keep moving on. Okay, before I finish off both sides there, just wanted to show you what we got going. There's the flying wire, nice and tight. Basically, it loops through this little hole here, then there's a little crimping piece that you put on there. Goes on really easy, so if you ever decide you want to use one of these, go for it. The install is really easy. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this side, and then we'll get this hole drilled under here for the brass tube and get the bottom finished. So I'll be right back. Okay, flying wires are done. Both sides on the top and the bottom there. Now I cut a little piece of brass tubing to put through the fuselage so that I could just connect the bottoms with one wire, one complete length. But yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, everybody, I think that's where I'm going to leave it off for this video. Sorry it's a little bit shorter this time, but there's really not a lot left. I can't get it all done in this video, so I need to make sure I have something to show you in the next video, which will probably be the last video. But anyway, we got the tail installed, we got the flying wires in, which are looking really good. So yeah, I'm happy with it so far. Hope you guys are too. Hope you guys are enjoying following along. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and hit a like. Leave a comment if you'd like. I'd like to hear those. Always enjoy hearing from you guys. So yeah, stay tuned again soon for the next video. Hope maybe the last video. I don't know. It seems like whenever I feel like I'm getting closer, 3 more things get added to the list. But anyway, we are getting close. So thank you again, everybody. Have a great weekend or a great week whenever it is you're watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Take care.